has just fallen. That is for sure.
Something similar might have happened over here had the ball hit anything lower. He had gone through with the shot, and then the ball arrived. Now let's have a look at the other game as well. Just when you think we have a fixture of 4 games, there might be 5 games as well. Is that an innings break or the game's done and dusted with? I think the game's done and dusted with. The distance between the two teams will eventually fade as they shake hands. Catch it is the call. And will be taken. Jatinder Singh, wait for that high five, and here it comes out. Simple as it gets. The skipper doesn't make a mistake. The slower delivery does the trick. Danish back in the pavilion.
Khuwair Warriors, after that great start, are now tottering. 2 quick wickets will definitely dent their momentum. And the credit has to go to Shoaib, who's been mixing it up. This time it's a slower delivery, has not timed it. Jatinder Singh taking a very good catch. It's not easy to come running onto your left and take that on your weak hand. But Jatinder Singh does really well. And then that thigh-fi to top it all. Danish Mohammed, 3 of 6, is walking back. Khuwair Warriors are 24 for 2. Lots of 6 and lots of 4s.
24 for 2, Khuwair Warriors. Amir Kaleem fans. The fan clubs just got started. Once again, he made a comeback to the international side. So many Facebook pages of his fan clubs revived back then, and now they are up and running. There's quite an hiatus for this man. What a story. Amir Kaleem is leading the side again, but this time not in aplomb. D20, he embraced that opportunity. D10's a different beast altogether, but that's a poor delivery. And for Amir Kaleem, he'll oblige to what the fans are asking him. More boundaries and sixes. All smiles. That's Amir Kaleem Jr. Miss Kaleem?
You're right, Amir Kaleem and his fan following. Of course, daughters are a blessing, and she must be enjoying this performance from her father.
Daughters are a blessing. Who better than you to know that? That's a quick single taken. Is he pushing for 2? No, he'll stay put with that single. Kuchi Raja has come into bat at number 4 today.
Well, Kuchi Raja was for the toss as well. He was there, won the toss, decided to bat first. 5 matches, 71 runs, 2 sixes and a strike rate of 142. One of the few players who've come up the ranks of school cricket in Oman. Rajan, as fondly known by his teammates, is a student of Indian School of Muscat. And a fun fact, Jatinder Singh, that's a misfield there. They're looking for 2. Will scamper through in the end. This is good running between the wickets. Good game awareness. Amir Kaleem and Rajan, experience and youth, are displaying a phenomenal performance here. 3 overs gone, 31 for 2.
Three overs gone, 31 for 2. Kuchi Raja has just come out to bat. He's picked up the second run. He's listened to his captain really well. And they see themselves on the big screen. And they're absolutely enjoying the game. Now the kid over there is wearing a football shirt. Very soon we'll buy him one with a bat.
Siddharth Bukkapatnam has been brought into the attack. First ball. It was in the air, and Rana Naeem will stop that with his feet. 2 runs on the board for Amir Kaleem. Khuwair Warriors move on to 33 for 2.
Oh, very well done. Rana Naeem. Usually you don't want to bend and put your back at risk as well. That's cleanly struck. And that catch was dropped. Jatinder Singh, while retrieving the ball, will also teach how to take, and then the high five, of course.
That is a great shot from Amir Kaleem. Quickly realizing that the ball is in the slot, and he's very strong in that long on region. Very well hit. Clears the fielder. And there you go, a catch dropped.
This is begging to be taken. Siddharth says, no one come near me, it's mine. Completes the catch, and the roar says it all. Especially when a bowler gets the better of the batter after being hit away for a 6. This is sweet indeed. Booker Putnam, last laugh for you.
That's a big wicket. The skipper has to walk back. Khuwair Warriors lose their captain, and it's at a very wrong time. He just hit a 6, wanted to go for one more, didn't middle it, taking the edge, and that's a very good catch from the bowler. So he has the last laugh, and that's the end of Syed Amir Kaleem. 16 of 10 for him. Cotton bowled Siddharth Bukapatnam. 39 for 3 Khuwair Warriors.
That's your sir. Three more to go.
39 for 3. Sean Novak comes out to bat. The title says right-hand bat. It should say right-hand bludgeoner. Suraj Kumar is excellent when it comes to keeping. He has his own technique though, but very, very effective. Sean Novak's off the mark. Now he's facing for the first time. Kutti Raja has got a different kind of a role now. 2 new batters at the crease. How will Kutti Raja approach this innings?
This is a very tricky situation to be in as a batsman. You don't know whether you want to go against the bowlers or can you afford to get a few singles and settle in. Sean Novak clearly has just one plan. In the slot, and if it does come in the slot, he definitely bludgeons it.
The reputation of the man, Sean Novak. It's the first ball that he's playing. Now give us a wave. That's all right. Give us a wave. Yes. Now the reputation of this man, Sean Novak. It's the first ball. Now the second. He's off the mark now. He's playing in 3 men at the boundary rope. Not even taking a start.
4 overs gone. Khuwair Warriors are 41 for 3.
Stamp is at leg stamp. Yeah, check it's close. Jaldi yaar, quick karo yaar, guys. Middle.
4 overs gone, 41 for 3. Crickets for all age groups indeed.
Thoda quick karenge yaar.
Yes, as they grow up, the ball in their hands will change to a leather one. This dugout is not concerned at the moment because 3 wickets have fallen. For 41 on the board, Ayyappa. Economy rate of 7.4. Straight to the fielder.
Well done, Ayyappa.
Mind you, he wasn't at the edge of the 30-yard circle this time.
Ganesh, pehle aana padega, koi baat nahi.
Sandeep.
Well, normally you see the fielders on the 30-yard circle in the first 2 overs when the power play overs are in effect because they rather concede a single than a boundary. So they are all on the edge of the circle. Once the field is spread out, you've got fielders backing you up. You have the liberty to come in and try and stop the single.
Catch it is the call, but how is the question? Would have definitely risked his hand for the entire tournament because that wasn't hit. That was powerfully bludgeoned.
That wasn't hit, that was shot. That's how it came off the bat like a bullet off a gun. Look at that. Not even a chance there. He managed to get some hand onto it, but that did affect the trajectory and the speed of the ball. It went like a bullet.
This has got height, and this is coming towards the commentary box. Oh, what a shot. Great ball follow indeed. That wasn't far away from where Mikhail was sitting. He was preparing for that catch with the sleeves rolled up. This is clean hitting at its best. Magical hit. One more through the same area. That's coming through. That glass is going to break.
Again a short ball. He smacked that. It's going to go again over the boundary ropes for yet another 6. This is not great bowling from Ayyappa, but this is some brilliant batting from Sean Novak. He's got a reputation and he is stepping up to it.
Absolutely. He's bowled it from behind the wicket. Almost 23 yards. It didn't matter. He just explored the flatter version of the same result. Sean Novak. He's looking around. I think that's a cursory glance. The idea is to not consider fielders as well.
Well, for him, it doesn't matter who's standing where. If the ball is to be hit, he will hit it. Quick.
The throw was out of frustration, you feel?
Yes, that was not needed. Sean Novak was always going to make that single, and that shows Ayyappa is not happy with the way things are at the moment.
The first one was a boundary, and then came the bigger one. Straight down the ground, and this was in the slot as well. Slapped it. He has so much power that he doesn't need to dance down the track.
Khuwair does the smart thing. Just takes a single. And he will be giving company to Sean Novak. 5 overs gone. Khuwair Warriors are 59 for 3.
$59 for 3 in 5 overs. Syed Amir Kaleem departed for 16. Zishan Siddiqui were the first to go for 14 of just 4 balls. Danish Mohammed left early today. Kuttiraja Karthapandian out there with Sean Novak, who's bludgeoning the ball indeed to all parts of the ground. He's just started 18 of 7. Today is his day or no. Time will tell. Qurum Thunders have used 6 bowling options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the 6th one's just going to roll his arm over in 5 overs. 3 wickets have fallen for 59. Samay Srivastava has been introduced into the attack. Samay Srivastava, economy rate of 7.5, good enough. Change in voices. To take you through the next 5, we've got Mr. Ashok Purohit with Mikhail Vaswani.
Samay concedes a single of the first ball. Sean on 5 here. Good evening, Mikhail. Kuttiraja batting at sedate 5. Sean already 18 of just 7 balls. Would this be the difference here? Beauty of a ball there. Misses it completely. Sean going for the cut. Samay beats him.
Good evening, Ashok. That was to be played on the front foot, just too close to cut. Almost putting himself in a difficult spot over there. Just converting that half volley into a very difficult length. Now Sean Novak has given the ball some whack this evening. He's raced to 18 and 9. Pressure on Qurum Thunders. They've begun well. They need to keep a check on the run flow.
Absolutely. This time goes clean, and that's a beauty of a shot. Hit very hard. There's no one there to stop the ball there. It races like a bullet.
Oh yes, thanks to his height, the towering personality makes the good length as well. A full pitch delivery. Once again, just plonking that foot forward and hitting it really hard. That was, of course, the previous delivery. That was almost Fuller converting it into a block hole like delivery. Gives the charge once again. Some turn there for Samay. It's a good contest between bat and ball.
One to go.
Just get the impressions. Egos are clashing right now. The bowler trying to get the better of the batter and the batter trying to go big.
Samay is a wily customer. Can use the experience. And Sean knows him well. Playing on the domestic circuit. Samay has been very successful with his leg spins. He's got a variation. In comes Samay. This is a better ball. Pushes Novak on the back foot. Just a single there. 6 overs. That's a very good over from Samay Srivastav. Qurum Warriors 65 for 3 after 6 overs.
Mia ji, power play. Helmet. ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਚੇਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੰਦਰ
Khuwair Warriors have found the going tough in this tournament. Is still to win a game. Amir Kaleem there has not had a great run in the D10 tournament. These faces suggesting a picture and telling a story. They're looking for a win. Desperate situation for them. They're almost knocked out after this game if they don't make it. And that's why if Sean Novak can hang around and get them to somewhere close to 120, 125, they'll have a total to bowl at.
Absolutely. They would be targeting that score. Muniz Ansari back into that attack after a very good opening spell. Just conceded 5 in this opener. This one follows the batsman. Just a single there for Sean. Muniz keeping things under control. Qurum Warriors crawling now. 66 for 3. 7th over in progress. Young Kuti Raja to take the strike against an experienced Muniz Ansari.
Been watching Kuti Raja since the Oman D20. He's shown signs of a very good batter, but in this demanding format, he'll need to adapt quickly, show signs of aggression early on, take lesser time to settle in. So far, it's only Sean Novak who's getting the runs, bulk of the runs rather. Once again, beaten for pace. Very nice delivery. That's what happens when the slingy action comes into play. That ball will keep dipping into the batter. Kuti Raja, 5 and 5, a runner ball 5 is not going to help the team's cause.
Lucky to be there still at the crease. That was a very nice yorker from Muniz Ansari. Just a bit away from the leg stump. Kuti Raja beaten there with the pace of Muniz Ansari. Almost had his man there.
He followed the batter this time, Muniz. This time in the slot, does not quite get it out of the blocks. Another single here for Kuti Raja. He's begun well, Muniz. In the first over, he conceded 5. And now in the 3 deliveries, he's already considered only 2. So this is a top over by him.
Experience coming in handy for Muniz Ansari. He has bowled many overs over here on this same pitch. So using the experience to good extent, Muniz Ansari. And has experience of D10. This time a full toss. Sean Novak edges it. Misses a good big hit, but the ball connects. Get an edge and it's a 4-run.
We've seen so many full tosses, trouble batters in this tournament, but this time around a wild swing, gets an outside edge, 4 free runs, and Muniz Ansari can only look in disbelief at the moment because there's nothing wrong in the delivery. It's just that the luck going the batter's way. For Khuwair Warriors, what we've seen, Ashok, is that a lot of youngsters have been given a chance. Muzahir, Aditya Parag, Arjun Suresh Demon, for that matter, Kuti Raja as well. This is a very great sign, but they need to get these youngsters to perform consistently as well. Oh, he's picked that from the slot over there. Over the infield, he's chipped it nicely, going towards the long off boundary. That'll be 4 more. 8 runs in 2 deliveries, and Khuwair Warriors all of a sudden will actually start feeling much better in that dugout as well.
Quite true. 2 successive boundaries. Quruum Warriors needed these boundaries in this over. This time, Sean Novak gets it into the slot, hits it, pierces the 2 fielders over to the longer boundary. 4 more runs. Quruum Warriors 75 for 3. Muniz coming in to bowl his last ball of his spell. This time another lucky edge and it's 4 more runs. That's unlucky for Muniz. So 3 successive boundaries there for Sean, and Quruum Warriors now moving up to 79 for 3 after 7 overs.
No, shit, higher extra. अरे मेरे भाई पहुंचे हैं ready.
Very good 7th over for Khuwair Warriors. 14 runs coming off at 3 boundaries as well. Courtesy from Sean Novak's bat. 36 of 16 already. This time improvises, finds the fielder. It's been taken. Very, very simple catch. Kuti Raja couldn't really accelerate. Very nice catch by Sandeep God over there. He was positioned for that. And this is another very soft dismissal as Khuwair Warriors lose Kuti Rajan.
One of the best fielders on the field, Sandeep God, makes it look so simple there. A good catch from Samay Srivastav. Kuti Raja not going for the full inside out hit. Back to the dugout for 6 of 7 and Khuwair Warriors 79 for 4. The experienced Saeed Amir Ali has got a big role, big responsibility on his shoulders, taking the guard. They would need some good runs here, quick runs, if they have to reach the psychological 3-digit mark of 100. They would be aiming for something around 110. Mikhail?
Tossed up delivery, good flight. Amir Ali off the mark with a single. And now it's time for Sean Novak to once again take center stage. He'll be eyeing the big hits. He had a very nice contest brewing against Samay in that previous over. Samay was trying to hurry him, bowl it flatter, bowl it quicker, follow him into his pads. And Novak as well. 3 boundaries in the last over. Can he match it in this as well?
Samay bowls a shorter one and he goes for a big one. And that's out of the boundary.
He middles it. Sean Novak, as I mentioned some time back, is giving that ball some whack this evening. He's raced to 42 and 17. We saw him play a similar innings in the D20. He came and changed the complexion and the dynamics of the game. It's brute power that he possesses and he brings it with the extension of the arms. He's teeing off, he's looking dangerous and he's looking good to take Khuwair Warriors over 100.
This time a better ball. There's a not a run there. Amir Ali wanted a run but had to hurry back to the non-striker's end. Sean Novak.
Imagine denying Amir Ali a run, saying stay there, I'll do the hitting.
High on confidence, Sean. This time he goes for the big one over the cow corner and another 6. The second 6 of the over. What a brilliant batting there by Sean Novak.
Oh yes, he's making 6 hitting look very easy at the moment. Pick the length very early. He's a tall man. He can use his feet and convert even the good length to a full length ball, but this time just stood in his crease and played that over the mid wicket region. Flatter, but 6 more. Once again, he's got an outside edge, and this should be the end as well. Catch taken. Straightforward. Naeem comes underneath that one, and Sean has to depart for 48. He knows he was in touching distance of taking them to a very big total. He's dejected and disappointed, but what a cameo. He's come and clearly given Khuwair Warriors hope in the middle.
92 for 5. Samay Srivastav having the final last laugh, sorry. That's a good catch by Rana Naeem. Sean Novak back in the dugout after a 20 ball 48. 92 for 5 after 8 overs.
Leg.
Aditya Parag makes his way to the middle, played a very fine cameo in the last game, played some very attractive shots. It was all about placement and timing, and he gets only 12 deliveries. Would have liked to see him being promoted in that batting order after that last performance of his.
Yes, that's surprising there. Coming down so late in the batting order, Aditya Parag showed a lot of potential in the previous match with his aggressive hitting. Ganesh Chandrasekhar coming back to bowl his second over. Amir Ali to take the strike. A full toss, and Amir Ali pulls it, but just for a single.
Amir Ali is more important, beg your pardon, is more interested in checking the height, and finally he's been rewarded after he's requested square leg umpire to once again look into that delivery. Oh yes, that was way above waist height, and a very good call, a late call by the umpire by Azad KR, but it is there finally, which means a free hit on offer, and young Aditya Parag will say thank you very much. I waited all this while. I don't mind getting a freebie first up.
Yes, nice ball to start. Goes for it. Doesn't middle it well. Just a single there. So nice ball from Ganesh Chandrasekhar.
So often we've seen in the death overs that lower full toss or the full toss aimed at the legs is so difficult to dispatch as well. So effective we've seen in the D10. They've ended up being dot balls, Ashok.
Ganesh has made maximum use of it. This time Amir Ali trying something very innovative, trying to manufacture a shot there.
And is cross with himself after playing that shot. He has so many shots in his book. He has such a wide array of shots, and his range is so good. I wonder why would he want to get into something so uncomfortable like that. And clearly the reaction of his suggesting I will not repeat this shot again.
A dot ball. Ganesh keeping it tight. This time gets it in the slot, but straight to the fielder there. They steal a single.
So much better batting performance by Khuwair Warriors. They have been shot out on runs, but this time around they've crawled to 96. The top order has shown some kind of staunch resistance in the middle and played to a plan.
In particularly Sean Novak backed some good sixes and boundaries, and that has been the cornerstone of Khuwair Warriors 96 for 5.
Very nice delivery, very good delivery. Aditya Parag had backed up and exposed all his 3 stumps, not realizing that that ball was well within the danger line.
These are balls that they need to score runs, Mikhail. And this was a bad call on Aditya's part to leave the ball, expecting a wide ball. Ganesh completing his bowling over. This is a full toss, low full toss, and it's been hammered straight down the ground. But there's a fielder there. Kashyap Prajapati does well to pick up and throw it in the same action. Just 2 runs.
Of another full toss. Ideally, a length delivery at this stage of the game can be a very good delivery to a batting side. But this time, just over Azad Khair's head. Does well to duck over there. Perfect way how a batsman needs to duck when a bouncer is bowled at him. But yes, 98 for 5, another 7 deliveries, legal deliveries left. They'll be eyeing something close to 120.
Yes, they should. After the departure of Sean Novak, things have not gone Quru's Warriors' way. This time goes for a big drive. Just a single. Kashyap the fielder. End of over 9. Quru's Warriors 99 for 5.
हाँ वही करूँगा
That's Binoy Simon Varghese, the general manager of the Purushottam Kanji Money Exchange, a very, very staunch supporter of Oman cricket and a patron as well, and has done a remarkable job in lending a lot of support to the growth of Oman cricket.
That's what Oman cricket needs, corporate support. And Purushottam Kanji has been in the forefront, along with Binoy's Abhishek Shekhawat.
Head of operations of Purushottam Kanji, Binoy Simon Varghese.
This time he has gone for a big one, but it's straight to the fielder. Another wicket departs. Shoaib strikes in the last over. Aditya Parag has to leave. Caught by Sandeep God. Quru's Warriors 99 for 6. Shoaib Khan bowls a slower ball. Parag mistimes it. High in the air. Doesn't get the distance, and it's a simple catch there for Sandeep God.
Another wicket falls here for Quru's Warriors. They're throwing their bat at virtually everything. He departs for 4. It's 99. There's still one shot of 100. 4 to go. Beg your pardon, 5 to go in the 9th over. Cut away, shy of the stumps. Oh, Suraj had come in front of the stumps. Had he stayed behind it, this could have been a very close call. And that's what even Jati is telling him. It looked a direct hit. He had one stump to aim at. That would have been very close. 100 up with 4 deliveries to go.
Yeah, that was a good shy by Jatinder Singh, the skipper. And it looked as if Suraj came in between him and the wicket. The ball was travelling straight on the stumps. Mukeed Ahmed, the new batter after the fall of Aditya Parag, right-hand batter. 4 more balls to face. Shoaib bowls a slow bouncer.
Much expected delivery to a new batter, particularly a tail ender. But that's been given wide by Freddie, which means that he's just exceeded the height this time around. Shoaib has bowled very well. 2 for 10 for him in 8 deliveries. Wicket at the first ball, a single, and now a wide. Oh, he's picked that up. I don't think so. He's middled it. Shall go towards a long on region. Amerat will be more than happy to retain the strike. And I'm sure he'll not want to give more strike to Mukeed. He'll want to keep strike for the next 3 deliveries as well. He's the power hitter. He's the big slogger right now.
He needs to come out with some big shots. Shoaib Khan bowls another wide ball, and Suraj Kumar too misses it. It's bad bowling and bad fielding there. Wicketkeeper misses it. 4 byes.
5 wides. Bonus runs. Suraj Singh, the wicketkeeper, getting up too early this time. A little casual behind the stumps. And Shoaib Khan is not happy as that goes for 4 extra runs after that wide. Gets an edge this time. Amir has to depart. He redeems himself here, Suraj Singh. He conceded a 4 with a very, very ordinary effort, and this time keeps his eye on the ball and pouches it and grabs it very safely. Amir Ali has to depart. A wicket falls for Khuwair Warriors.
That's a good catch by Suraj. Redeeming on the previous mess he had done. This time Amir Ali going for a big shot, gets an edge, and Suraj does well behind the wickets. Saeed Amir Ali back after scoring 4. Quair Warriors 107 of 7 for 7.
Two deliveries left in this innings of Khuwair Warriors. Azam Ali has made his way to the middle. They've crossed 100, but it's not been an easy ride for them. 107 for 7. They've shown some batting might, but it's come in patches. Shoaib Khan has been the pick of the bowlers this evening for Qurum Thunders. Slow delivery, taking the pace off it. There will be an opportunity, but he lets go of it. Very wise decision.
Yes, that was nice on Shoaib's part. Not to throw the ball with the player not backing him up at the non-striker's end. Shoaib has already picked up 3 wickets for 16 runs. Last ball of the innings to come. The slower ball beaten there. Azam Ali going for an wild hit. This time he gets the connection. Hits it high, and there's a fielder in the deep who pouches it.
Siddharth Bukkapatnam with that catch at deep mid-wicket. Very nicely taken. Shoaib grabs 4 wickets in this particular game, and what a performance it's been. 4 for 16 for him in 2 overs. Remember, he'll have a role to play with the bat as well. But this is a very fine bowling performance by Qurum Thunders. They've fielded well. They've bowled very nicely. And now they'll be eager to make little work of this target set by Khuwair Warriors. Mukeet has to depart. Khuwair has lost wickets in a heap, and they've lacked that kind of muscle in the middle order. That's where Qurum Thunders have seized the opportunity. It's a very strong batting lineup, let me tell you, for the Qurum Thunders. We'll take a look at the batting performance of Khuwair Warriors. Amir Kaleem looked good, was departed at 16 for 10. Zishan Siddiqui as well. They both began really well. Then the only resistance and firepower came from the bat of Novak Sean, 48 and 20, but otherwise it's all been single digits. 12 extras though for Qurum Thunders. They'll want to better that in the next game.
Shoaib Khan has been the pick of bowlers, picking up 4 for 16. Ganesh Chandrasekhar picked 1 for 24. And Shamesh Srivastava picking 2 for 19. Qurum Thunders restricted Khuwair Warriors to 108 for 8.
So the left-right combination of Amir Kaleem and Zishan Siddiqui began well. They picked up boundaries and sixes at ease. This one from outside off to over square leg. They're using the restrictions to best advantage. They went, but this time a soft dismissal as he gave a wild swing to a wideish delivery. Zishan Siddiqui had to depart, and after that wicket started falling in a heap. Very good catching there. That was Jatinder Singh. Amir Kaleem took matters on his own and decided to go for the big hits. He was looking dangerous as well, but just when he was opening up, he gave this simple catch to Siddharth Bukkapatnam, who did not drop it. Then Sean Novak show took center stage, and he hammered 48 of 20 using his extension of the arms to best effect.
Yes. Kuti Raja tried to make things faster but got out. Sean Novak continued his onslaught, hit some huge hits, but Samay had the last laugh when Sean Novak was caught. Shoaib Ali picked up late 2 wickets to curtail the innings, and this was the last wicket of Suraj. Yeah. Gone for the big hit, and that's a good catch there.
So this means that when the Qurum Thunders come out to bat, they will need 109 runs to win in the 10 overs. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back, we'll get you the chase.
Good evening and welcome once again to SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. Match number 19. This is the second innings. Qurum Thunders versus Khuwair Warriors. We are live from Oman Cricket Academy. Earlier on, Khuwair Warriors won the toss, decided to bat first, and this is how the first innings panned out. 108 is what Khuwair Warriors have managed. Sean Novak, 48 of just 20 deliveries was the highlight of the first innings, and the others rotating around Sean Novak. Pick of the bowlers for Qurum Thunders, of course, Shoaib Khan, 2 overs, 16 runs and 4 wickets for him at an economy of just 8 runs and over. 12 extras, and Khuwair Warriors have managed a score of 108. Joining me in the comm box is Ashok Purohit. Ashok, good evening.
Very good evening, Shoaib. That's been Sean Novak's batting which stood out, and that's the reason why Khuwair Warriors could reach 108 after a good start with the openers Jishan Siddiqui and captain Saeed Amir Ali. No other batter could really continue with the onslaught, continue with the time on the pitch. That's the reason why they were restricted to 108. Some good bowling there by Shoaib Khan, who picked up 4 wickets, and it would be on Qurum Thunders opening pair, Jatinder Singh and Kashyap Prajapati, to chase 109.
Yes, both these batters top class, open the innings for Qurum Thunders as well as the Oman national side as well. Meanwhile, Khuwair Warriors will have to make sure they restrict Qurum Thunders, and the only way they can do that is by taking wickets. Muzahir Raza will be starting the proceedings for Khuwair Warriors, and Kashyap Prajapati has been one of the star performers for Qurum Thunders. 3 matches, 80 runs and a strike rate of 250.
He'll be the key man. If he gives an explosive start, then things would be very easy for Qurum Thunders. Jatinder Singh, another experienced bat, scored 24 with a strike rate of 141. He would be looking for a big score today. Young Muzahir Raza to bowl the opening over. Has been a bit inconsistent. Muzahir has got a lot of potential, but has been leaking a lot of runs. Picked up 3 wickets with an economy of 13.50. That's quite high, Shoaib.
Yes, he's not had a great D10 format. Of course, he was prolific and had taken a lot of wickets in the D20 edition. But fan code Oman D10 has not been very kind to Muzahir. Meanwhile, here we go. Ball number 1. Can he change that tonight? First ball on the pads. And this one has been flicked high up in the air. Will go the distance. So that nightmare for Muzahir Raza continues. First ball being hit for a 6. Not a great sight for Muzahir. But Kashyap Prajapati, he's on a rollicking start.
Easy picking there for Kashyap. Wayward line on the leg. Just flicks it. And that's over the mid-wicket boundary. A nice looking shot there by Kashyap. Off to a great start. A dream start for any batter, opening batter.
Yes, perfect start for Kashyap Kumar. But Muzahir will have to make sure that he comes back strongly for the sake of himself as well as Khuwair Warriors. He's been an important bowler for Khuwair Warriors. Has to be the strike bowler as well. Can he make a comeback? Slower delivery outside off. Slapped straight to Zishan Siddiqui, who is coming up to Muzahir Raza every ball and discussing on how and where he needs to bowl.
Yes, experience does matter, and Jishan Siddiqui, being in the national team, has known these players well, serving the role as a video analyst. He knows the strengths and the weaknesses of each batter and bowler, so giving him valuable tips out over here.
That's again up in the air. This time, just misses. Zishan Siddiqui lost the side of the ball couldn't see it, and he has dropped Kashyap Kumar. That would have been a big blow to Qurum Thunders, but not to be.
A very costly miss it could turn out to be. Muzair bowls a slow one. Kashyap goes ahead with a shot, but somehow Jishan Siddiqui just misses the ball in this artificial lights, which at times it becomes difficult for the fielders.
They'll take a single, and that will help Jatinder Singh to get off the mark. Muzahir has given away 8 runs of his 4 deliveries. 2 more to go. That was a good ball. Hurried on. That catch ball, that catch opportunity. Had he taken it, that would have been a really big loss for Qurum Thunders. Completely losing the ball under lights. Oh, that's a great delivery. A Yorker.
Well done, Muzi.
Always a great ball from a fast bowler.
Keep talking, boys.
Good comeback from Muzahir.
Very good comeback there by Muzair. Bowled a very accurate Yorker. Kashyap was in a bit of a trouble spot, but did well to dig it out. But that's excellent bowling by young Muzahir Raza. One more delivery left. Muzahir has a lot of potential. He did very well in the D20, but he needs to pick up wickets over here.
Slower delivery but short, and that has been picked up very nicely by Kashyap Kumar Prajapati. One bounce into the fence. End of another over, which has proven to be a good one. A good start for Qurum Thunders. 12 for no loss after 1.
Middle stump.
Fans turning up in good numbers. It's a weekend over here. Women and men, children of all ages cheering their respective teams. Families and friends of players. It's a nice atmosphere out over here. Lovely evening, pleasant evening, Shoaib.
Oh yes, great weather in Muscat. Every time we've come here, the weather has been very kind so far. Aditya Gurmukhi Parag is the bowler, right arm off spin. First ball swept high up in the air and will go all the way. Qurum Thunders have started off the way they are supposed to. They are taking on the bowlers and in some grand fashion.
Yes, that was very well picked by Jatinder. Aditya Parag not able to settle the first ball. A bit shorter. Went on one knee and just hammered it over the square leg umpire. Jatinder in good nick.
This time he goes straight downtown. That too will cross the ropes. So back-to-back sixes for Jatinder. This is much better. Straight down. Safest area to play that shot. And Jatinder is looking so good.
That went like an arrow. What a shot by Jatinder. Class written all over it.
Pressure on young Aditya. 2 balls he's bowled. Both have been taken on. Another one, third ball in the slot. This is even better. This is even bigger. It's gone all the way onto the building of Oman Cricket Academy. That's a humongous 6.
That's a wonderful hit. 3 sixes in a row. Jatinder exploding. Some explosive strokes hit. It's lit up the sky at Oman Cricket Academy, and this time the ball goes to the VIP section of the Oman Cricket Academy pavilion. Right in the arena where the VIPs are seated.
3 sixes. Can he make it 6 out of 6? Another one on the pads. Won't go all the way, just falling short of the ropes. But that'll be 4 nevertheless. Freddy, the umpire, signals it. Aditya doesn't know where to bowl. He doesn't know what has struck him. But I'll tell you, it's Jatinder Singh coming and joining the party.
Absolute carnage out over here at Oman Cricket Academy. Just missed the 6 by few centimeters there, Jatinder. 3 sixes and 4 already of the 4 balls of Aditya Gurumukhi Parag.
22 of his 4 deliveries so far. Everybody is coming up to the young Aditya Parag and giving him a piece of their mind. But young Aditya will have to do something really different, because Jatinder, I'll tell you, is definitely going for another big shot here.
I'm quite sure all Aditya has to do is to keep it simple. Shouldn't be trying out many variations.
Another big hit. He shuffles across, and that's gone for yet another 6. Jatinder has taken a liking towards Aditya. He's not going to spare him. Anywhere you bowl, he's going to clear that boundary rope, not by a few feet, but I think by a long distance.
This time it is the wicketkeeper Kutti Raja coming up to Aditya. And what a shot this time. Again, Jatinder on a roll. He's on fire. 4 sixes and a single 4.
Last ball, one more shot, another glorious drive, and that's gone for another 4. So 4s and 6s reigning here at Oman Cricket Academy, and they're coming from the bat of Jatinder Singh. Brilliant over for Qurum Thunders. Aditya, the young Aditya, has been taken to the cleaners. 2 overs gone. Qurum Thunders are 44 for no loss.
Yeah.
That's Binoy George, head of operations. Purushottam Kanji.
Binoy Simon Varghese, Purushottam Kanji, head of operations. That is the over that was bowled by Aditya Parag, rather that was smothered by Jatinder Singh. 32 runs coming from this over. 5 sixes, in fact 4 sixes and 2 boundaries. This has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the magician Jatinder Singh.
Beg your pardon, it is Binoy Simon Varghese, head of operations at Purushottam Kanji.
Wide outside off. Amir Kaleem starts off with a wide. So that pressure on Aditya Parag is not only on Aditya Parag, it has spread to the other players as well. Sayyid Amir Kaleem, the skipper.
Bowlers under pressure. Another wide ball. Second wide, successive wide from skipper Sayyid Amir Kaleem. The batters have unsettled the bowlers here, whether it's Kashyap or Jatinder. Jatinder in the last over. This is a third wayward bowling. Not a wide, but what excellent hitting there by Jatinder.
He's been phenomenal. And when he's batting the way he is, all Kashyap Kumar has to do is take a single and enjoy that show, that Jatinder show from the non-striking end. That's the best seat in the house. And I'm sure Kashyap Kumar Prajapati is having a great time watching his counterpart Jatinder playing those exquisite shots. Meanwhile, another single. This has been a good over from Amir.
Yeah, just 3 runs. But of those 2 wides, bowled 2 extra deliveries. This time Kashyap joins the party, hits it high. into the stands. It's a wonderful 6 by Kashyap. He's joining the party here.
Well, Kashyap is saying if Jatinder can do it, so can I. And both these players are on a song. Look at that. Not a bad ball. It was not in the slot, but waited for that extra nanosecond, Kashyap Kumar, and then deposited it into the long on fence for a 6. Another good shot here. Aditya will cover that up, and they'll take 2 more.
Almost a fumble there at the boundary by young Aditya, who would be definitely pondering over the over that he bowled to Jatinder.
Let's go skip.
Kashyap on 20 of just 9. Jatinder 34 of 8.
Fuller this time, and he's played that straight down the ground. Muzahir fumbles, and because of that, they scamper through for another run. So 2 more runs added to the total. Qurum Thunders are going to chase this down as soon as possible. That's the plan. 3 overs gone, 58 for no loss.
The openers making merry. Kashyap on 22, Jatinder on 34. With a strong batting still to come, they have given the perfect platform, and they need to go and continue with these big hits.
The way they are batting, I don't think the others are going to get a chance tonight. Jatinder and Kashyap Kumar are in the mood to finish things off by themselves. Muzahir Raza 1 over 12 runs. Aditya Parag, that was a monstrous over for Qurum Thunders. 32 runs conceded by Aditya Parag. Amir Kaleem giving 14 in his 1 over.
Muzahir coming in to bowl his second over. Conceded 12 in his first over. Rather economical, considering the other 2 conceded 32 and 14. Muzahir comes in, and this is down the leg side. It's a wide ball there. So the bowlers conceding extras to add misery.
Well, I think Muzahir was trying to go for the Yorker. Missed his line. The fielders are all on the boundary ropes and on the 30-yard circle. So the batting power play has been taken, and that is why only 2 fielders out on the circle. And that is why we see Muzahir bowling this 4th over. On the pads, high and handsome, Jatinder Singh. What a beautiful shot that is. Full swing of the bat. A pleasure to watch. And Jatinder Singh is absolutely phenomenal.
He's in a murderous mood, Jatinder. Excellent hitting. One of the best we have seen in recent times from Jatinder. This time picks up the short ball, flicks it over the square leg boundary. What a 6. This is terrific hitting by Jatinder Singh.
Well, he's on 40 of just 9 deliveries. The way he's hitting, he could be the fastest man to get to that 50-run mark. Another slash outside off, but won't go all the way. They'll take 2, and he'll keep strike as well.
Jatinder 42 of 10. In line for one of the fastest half centuries if he does it in the next couple of balls.
Slower delivery, has played that fine. Good fielding, will only be a single. Haven't seen a dot ball for a long time, and that shows how effective these two players are, Kashyap Kumar and Jatinder. Once they get going, it's very difficult to stop them.
They have been stamping the authority out on the pitch. Both the openers, Kashyap and Jatinder, already shared 68-run partnership in less than 4 overs. This time a better ball, and it's been hit, but wicketkeeper is coming. No, there's a catch drop there. Can you believe it? A catch dropped of Jatinder. Kashyap. Mohit, the fielder.
Well, he's the fielder. Mohit under pressure with that catch. Youngster Mohit. Mufid, apologies. That was in the air. And not able to take that. That's the pressure of playing. Oh, that's in the slot. That's been tonked. That's gone the distance. It's up and over the side screen. And Jatinder Singh, well, nothing can go wrong for him. Everything that he's hitting is from the middle of the bat. And this time it's no different.
Makes maximum use of the reprieve. This time he goes big and hits it clean over the side screen. What a shot from Jatinder Singh.
34 needed of 37 balls. Oh, another good shot. This is glorious. This is absolutely magic from Jatinder Singh. Yes, you deserve every accolade. You are a rock star. You are a superstar. He is the man to look forward to. Jatinder Singh coming to the fore when it was needed the most. Qurum Thunders needed that kind of performance to uplift their mood, and he's done that with so much of grace, so much of power, brilliance at its absolute best.
And he has scored 55 of just 13. One of the fastest 50s. We need to check whether it's 81 for no loss in 4 overs. Qurum Thunders.
Adi.
What an innings from Jatinder Singh. Raced to the fastest 50. 55 of just 13 balls. He has been in a terrific form. What an exhibition of clean hitting there, Shoaib.
You're right. That's a great exhibition of batting overall. Another big hit. Kashyap Kumar Prajapati waits for it and plays that into the cow corner, the mid-wicket area for another 6. So dealing in 6s at the moment, Qurum Thunders. They are not settling for anything less. They're only dealing in boundaries and 6s. They don't believe in running between the wickets anymore.
Both the batters are toying with the bowlers. This could be one of the fastest half centuries in a list A cricket. The previous 50 in a D10 was of 14 deliveries in Abu Dhabi T10.
4.2 overs. There's a 4 that was hit. 91 without loss. Kashyap Kumar Prajapati has also joined the party. He doesn't want to lag behind. That's a much better ball. A Yorker delivery. It was played straight down the ground for a single.
The previous 50, fastest 50 was in the name of Rahmatullah Gurbaz of Afghanistan, who had hit 50 of 14 deliveries during the Abu Dhabi T10 season.
That's what outside off. And they'll get 2. That's good running between the wickets. So they're not only hitting 6s and 4s at their will, they're also running hard between the wickets. That is a sign of a champion player. 57 of 14. 7 6s and 2 boundaries. And here comes the reverse sweep from Jatinder. That's a rare miss tonight. We've not seen him miss any deliveries. Whatever he's played has come from the middle of the bat, but on that occasion, wanted to reverse sweep it, misses it.
Went for a switch hit. Missed it. A rare miss. But what a strike rate. Plus 400 is Jatinder's strike rate.
Stepping down the track for a single. And that will bring the over to an end as well. Qurum Thunders at the end of the 5th over. Yes, it's 95 for no loss.
Muzair and Aditya Parag conceding 35 and 32 runs. No success for any of the bowlers. Amir Kaleem 14, Saeed Amir Ali also 14 runs conceded in each overs.
I'll tell you what, Ashok.
Change of bowling. It's Danish Mohammed, and there's also a change in the comp box. Welcoming Mikhail Waswani. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm welcomed with another power hit, this time from the bat of Jatinder once again. I'll tell you what, I was just sitting quietly in the comp box and enjoying the 6 hitting. I've got a sprain in my neck because I've had to turn all around to look at the 6s. That's the kind of wagon wheel they've created with all the 6s. Jatinder Singh has been in sublime touch. 3 nights back, it was Kashyap playing an innings like this, and today he's the spectator, and Jatinder Singh says, it's time to tee off.
Absolutely. You were the lucky one, witnessing those glorious hits all across the park. Jatinder 64, Qurum Thunders 102 for no loss. This is the 6th over in progress, and they are racing to a comfortable victory.
Picked up this time by Kashyap. He bisects the 2 fielders at long on and mid-wicket. They are running away with this game. They're making a statement. They're giving a boost to the net run rate. And these 2 openers who represent Oman cricket are showing why they spell terror when they are in red-hot form. Look at this. They've complemented each other. Jatinder Singh has looked so dangerous, and now Kashyap as well. Has he got in the middle of this? Not really. Fielder coming underneath, and this will finally be taken. Amir Kaleem, the captain, says this is how you take your catches. Kashyap departs. It's all happening here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Yes, Kashyap's innings comes to an end. Danish Mohammed picking up, goes for a big hit, doesn't connect it well, and Ahmed Ali safe hands there. Skipper's hands. Kashyap Prajapati departing for 38 of just 16. Qurum Thunders 106 for 1 after 5.4 overs. Shoaib Khan comes in to complete formalities, dances down the pitch. Jatinder dances down the pitch. Misses.
Oh, he missed his step in the dance of his, but what was Kuti Rajan doing behind the wicket? A pause over there for Danish, just trying to delay the delivery. Jatinder completely missing it. Nicely bowled. In all the carnage, we see a technical front foot defense and a dot ball in all of it. This is against the run of play.
Yes, absolutely. Due respect given. 106 for 1 after 6 overs. Qurum Thunders.
तभी तो लाया हूँ किसी को
Fans enjoying the explosive fireworks from Jatinder's blade. What an innings it has been so far.
Oh yes, everyone on their feet. They're anticipating victory. They know they've pocketed 2 more points. It's been thundering runs over here. We are heading into peak summer, but it's been a run fest with runs, and it's the Qurum Thunders who plundered the runs in the middle as fans come in large numbers at the Oman Cricket Academy. It's a weekend, remember, and it's a lot of fun time as well.
Sixes and fours raining down, bringing the temperature down in a way.
Not for Khuwair Warriors though. Mukit dropped a catch early on in the day. He's been given a chance with the ball. A nice delivery right underneath the bat. Shoaib is still to get off the mark, but he's just a few runs away from what is going to be a formality here for Qurum Thunders. This has been a very strong performance, Ashok.
Absolutely ruthless performance by Qurum Thunders, bowlers and batters. Jatinder in particular has been exceptional. What an astonishing display of batting. And this time Shoaib goes for a cover drive. There's a sweeper cover. 2 runs taken. And scores are tied right now.
Aditya Parag with a fielding effort at deep point. Shoaib off the mark with 2, and in the process also equals the scores as Qurum Thunders are in touching distance of what will be a very, very good win. Very important win. And that's it. It's game, set, match for Qurum Thunders in this fixture against Khuwair Warriors. They have played like the team to beat. They've completely decimated the opposition. Khuwair Warriors lose their 5th game in a row. They still don't have their points registered. And Qurum Thunders are marching in that points table and are moving north. This has been a one-sided contest. Khuwair Warriors outplayed, outthought completely. And that man, Jatinder Singh, well, let me tell you one thing. He's a superstar for a reason, and he showed it as well. With all the thigh-fives come the high-fives at this point in time, because he single-handedly just put across a batting masterclass.
Absolute superb. Absolute masterclass from Jatinder Singh. This is what we have known him for long, and this was an astonishing display of cricketing strokes all around the park, be it the sixes or the boundaries. Jatinder had all around the park.
Well, Khuwair Warriors have played more like wounded warriors in this particular tournament. They've just not been able to find the wins. But look at the adulation this man gets. He's very popular in this side of the world. He is a loved cricketer by most fans, and he is always delighting them with some 6 hitting and great knocks as well. I'm sure he's going out there to acknowledge someone's presence. That's Jatinder Singh for you. Khuwair Warriors will go back a little disappointed, but there you can see the man of the moment, the man who scripted a super win, and the fans as well. They want a selfie with the star of Oman. Remove your helmet, they say, we cannot see you. He's obliging to that as well. These are special moments, and so lovely to see that the star is being loved and his performance is being appreciated and acknowledged by cricket lovers. I must say, this makes for the most special moment tonight for me at least.
Freeze the frame, as they say. Freeze the frame. That's Jatinder. What an innings. Pure class. Sublime form. Astonishing shots.
And that's a lovely smile as well. It's smiles all around, giving them the fist punches as well. They love this man, they love the cricket, and I like the way he's obliging as well to all the fans. It's not easy. You've just scored, you've hit the winning runs. You need to get back to the dugout, settle in, but he runs the other way, goes to the fans and gives them their time as well.
That's why he's so popular. Jatinder Singh, the standout performer, 65 of 20. Kashyap, 38 of 16. Shoaib Khan just joined them to complete the formalities. 109 for 1 in 6.3 overs.
That's a forgettable bowling card here for Khuwair Warriors. 35 in 2 overs for Muzair. He's having a tough time in this tournament. Aditya Parag in 1 over conceded 32. Amir Kalim 14. Amir Ali 1. Just the 1 wicket to go. Danish Mohammed 1 for 11 was the best bowler, but not enough to actually help his team even show any kind of fight. It's been a batting show. It's been a batting might of Qurum Thunders that has taken center stage at the Oman Cricket Academy, and these shots will be testimony to the fact that they began in fine style. That was the very first ball of the innings, flicked over mid-wicket for a 6. They were only dealing in 6s. It was Jatinder Singh who teed off, took off, and the plane never landed. It just flew to different parts of Oman. He took Aditya Parag for 32 runs in his first over and completely shut the doors on Khuwair Warriors.
Absolutely. Muzair came in for special treatment. This one over the square leg for a huge 6. And there was another one over the mid-off. And this is the trademark thigh 5 from Jatinder. Goes for 6s were raining. Danish Mohammad got the only wicket after this shot. This was the only dismissal of the innings. Thigh 5s being shared. Jatinder obliging the fans. He is a very popular cricketer in the country. Khuwair Warriors scored 108 of 8. They were restricted. Sean Novak the standout, 48 of 20. Qurum Thunders raced to victory, 109 in just 6.3 overs. Jatinder Singh with a standout, astonishing 65 of 20. Qurum Thunders won by 9 wickets. We'll take a short break before we come with the presentation.